Hello and welcome back to VenturePoint. I hope everyone is doing alright. We are jumping back in to our session this week after a lot of research. We still don't have Tom. He will be back after our week's break next week. But if Wildstorm is involved in today's adventure, I will be piloting him on Tom's behalf. So we'll see how it goes when we get into it. Speaking of, last we left off, the party had gone their separate ways in order to do some research into various different topics of interest. Callahan made his way across to the temple of Istar Quran, the knowledge deity, and spent several days without much success. Xenophilius did a headhunt around the temple first, meeting with Conservator Proll and gaining access to a few resources, before making his way across to the Aeronauts Guild and trading some promise of service in exchange for what Sarah Findlay, the lead shipwright, knew about the crashed object. Kaelin, finding little success in the temple as well, opted for a different option: to sneak around and find information through espionage. Hiding in an alley outside the Laden Bow, a magic shop they'd visited recently, she discovered that the Eladrin running the place was experimenting on some strange crystals, two of which she collected after he discarded them from the shop. Returning back together, Xenophilius narrowly convinced the others to go with him on this quest for the aeronauts, and we rejoin them after they've rested and awoken to a new day with the promise of another official council adventure ahead of them. Alright. So as you come to, Xenophilius, Janosch has probably disappeared in the middle of the night. It happens fairly often. But he did snuggle with you for a little while. Kaelin, you do not hear the raucous sounds of partying that you've woken up to the last few nights. You gather that a certain party member was not as frivolous last night within the tavern, so he hasn't been up at crazy hours also doing the same. And Callahan, your mother and sister, Kacha and Iveen, are no longer in the tavern. So,
cool.
When you come down to breakfast, you do not see them. They've evidently made their way either earlier than you expect, or yesterday was their heading off. You're not sure. So,
cool.
Alright. What you do hear midway through your breakfast, Callahan, is a muffled noise from your bag.
I'll look in my bag.
Okay. As you look inside, the stone that you got from Tenacity is glowing, and you hear her saying, "Callahan, are you there?"
Hello?
Ah, finally. We've had a specific request for you come through, your group. Would you be able to gather everyone and bring them to the town hall?
Group 4-5 will be there before you know it.
Alright, see you then.
I'll put my phone back in my bag. I'll just say that and shove
it stops
in,
glowing after she says
and I'll
see
go
you
to the...
So.
Yeah, I'll go and find appropriate folk. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So as you head down the stairs and into the main body of the city, you would definitely know that Kaelin and Wildstorm are housed at the Seer's Truth by the Temple of Saran on the lower floor. Xenophilius, would you have shared where you're staying with the rest of the group? Because I don't remember whether you did or not.
I think I blurted it out several times. So.
All right. In which case,
I did not know.
yeah.
I know where you are.
Yeah, he's in the thingy thing.
It's alright, I know where you are.
Love a good thing, you think?
He's in. I do have a written down. Stealthy cog.
Mm-hmm. So
Said
yeah,
that several times.
Callahan, you would know to potentially stop by the stealthy cog as well.
Yeah, I will. Go find the folk. Be like, we've been hit up.
Alright.
Let's go. It's go time. Go team.
It's an interesting experience collecting Xenophilius, which would technically be
Oh,
the
it is.
closer tavern. Because this tavern was built not for your stature in mind. You have to bend quite significantly to get through the doorway.
I'll do just that. I will bend to get through a doorway.
Alright.
Walk in like, eh.
Xenophilius, you see Callahan looking ridiculously large in this space as you look up from your breakfast.
By Jove! This is another place for your kind. Let me keep you outside as he sort of cuddles the rest of his breakfast and scurries through the door.
I'll go outside with him.
Gesturing, yeah, he's sort of gesturing.
Yeah.
I've only been there a short time, but I'm like, ah. We've been called. We got
We've got what?
shit to do.
There we go.
We've got tech to do, okay. The glitches of the universe did make that difficult to understand, but I believe I understood.
Right. I was confused. We need to go and get Kaelin and possibly Wildstorm, depending on if he's sober enough.
Lead on!
Alright.
Head that way.
Cool. Kaelin, as you grab your breakfast in the Seer's Truth, you can see Wildstorm sat at a table. He's eating a breakfast, but also has a mug of a very unappetizing looking liquid to his side. You can see he's just sort of... Yeah, exactly. Taking a couple of sips and just scrunching up his face every time. So as you arrive, Callahan and Xenophilius, at the Seer's Truth, you can see Kaelin sort of being handed her breakfast and Wildstorm off at a table.
Oh, does Wildstorm look sober enough? Are we gonna need him? This is Mettering asking you as a DM.
Make me an insight check.
On it. When it loads.
Yep. I'm going to quickly fade in the... There we go.
A solid 12.
A 12? Yeah, he looks fine. As far as you can tell, he's had a really calm and polite, slow night last night.
Cool, I'll go to Kaelin first. Just because I know it's going to be the set. Kaelin, we've had a phone call. A stone call?
Stone call, yeah. I was going to say, what's a phone?
We've had a stone call. We've got a call on our stone. On our cellular stone.
Who's it from?
Fuck, what's her name?
Tenacity.
That's what I'm missing, my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's from Tenacity. Who else is it going to be from? The only other person that's down.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. Although I don't sleep, so that's not really an excuse.
Nice try.
It gets that like that in your old age.
You're younger than me.
Age is about experience, not...
No, age is about how old you are.
What's the call about?
We've been requested. Team 4-5 has been specifically requested.
Is this for Xenophilius' thing? Or...
I think the stream might have dropped. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry, something's
what?
something's tanking my frame rate, and I'm not sure what.
It's not me, I swear.
It's me.
Ah.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
No. I'd be very surprised if it was.
PC does like to struggle. For seemingly no reason.
Mm-hmm. Apologies for the technical difficulties.
It doesn't. It's not a real thing if it's not from technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Agreed.
True. Right. It looks like it might be coming back up. Go.
We good?
Nope. It's dropping again. Come on. I'm gonna have to monitor this all stream, aren't I?
Sadly so, I believe so.
Mhm.
Don't know why I said so many times, but
It's fine. Apparently I've dropped nearly half of the frames this stream. Not sure why.
Oh, we love that.
Yep.
Butterfingers.
I have to assume it's something wider than just me. We'll just have to carry on, and anything that gets missed will probably get picked up by the video. So,
Okay.
because Twitch will usually compress it a little bit. All right. So, where were we? You just come into the tavern, hadn't you?
Yeah, Kaylin was asking if it was about Xenophilius' thing. I don't know. She didn't say. She just said we've been requested personally.
I guess we'll see then.
That we shall. I guess let's go find out, I suppose.
All right. You drag Wildstorm along.
Yeah, if he's willing to come.
Yeah, he's more than willing to come. With your insight, he seems fine. The other two can make me insight checks to see what his kind of state is right now.
Is he trashed?
Nice.
So amazingly, both of you can see he's quite plainly had several days of partying and drinking, and although he probably didn't have as wild a night last night, he's still recovering. He
didn't have a wild storm of the night.
He did not. It was not the wildest of storms. Yeah, he seems sober enough that he can function. He's probably not going to be as sociable as he has been for the last few days.
He might seem like a different person.
Entirely, yeah. I'm going to have to talk to Tom about Wildstorm keeping a flask of alcohol on his person just to do this. Alright.
My concern is that he gets killed or he gets us killed because he's
For clarity,
not his best.
For clarity, as I've said, I have spoken with Tom and he is fine with me piloting Wildstorm, even if Wildstorm were to be killed. So,
I mean, I assume as long as the player's not here, if he goes down, he'll just conveniently be unconscious and won't have to roll death saves. I'm assuming.
We'll see.
Like a Pokemon.
Yeah, goes
a
unconscious, doesn't have to roll death saves, like a Pokemon.
Shrinks into a Pokeball. He just bodily jumps into the Sending Stone. No. So yeah, he comes along behind you. He's sort of dragging his heels a little bit compared to his usual speed. It just doesn't seem to be a whole 100% with it. But he's in for another job. Experience new things.
Yeah.
And all that. Cool. It's not that far from the Seer's Truth to the town hall, and as you approach the hole in the wall that you know is there opposite Dahlia's office,
You mean our front door?
you can see that most of the stuff in here has now either been packaged or moved to a different location. Tenacity is actually waiting outside the door, but you can see this like through the doorway. That this room is significantly emptier and or more packed than it has been. There you all are.
Okay.
We received a mission briefing late last night from the Aeronauts Guild. They asked for you specifically. They've said the reward is 500 gold if you want to take it. For the party, not each, unfortunately, but you get what you can. So she pulls out a list. It's like hastily scrawled bullet points, and she just reads it verbatim. The party is required to search for crashed item that has fallen into Dragonthroat Woods. Eyewitnesses say it shouldn't have fallen more than a mile away from the city and away from inhabited areas. I am relatively confident that it will have fallen somewhere in the vicinity of a ruined temple, not too far from the city. A small map has been provided. She pulls an extra, as she unrolls the scroll, an extra little sheet of paper falls out that she sort of stops reading, grabs, and starts reading again. The group is not required to return with any items, but they should note the precise location of the wreckage and any pertinent information regarding it. Sketches and notes would be highly appreciated. Oh, she's underlined that one. If the wreckage cannot be found after a thorough search, some reward may be given at the discretion of the guild. If we have reason to believe that the search was not carried out, we reserve the right to refuse payment. Yep, that seems all in order. You will have to go to them to get the reward once you're finished, and obviously present whatever you have, but it has come through our official books if you want to take it.
I mean, there's no reason not to, I suppose, if we've been specifically requested.
It seems like a great idea. An idea of genius, I would say.
Is that right?
Well, please, and she hands over the sheet, and the little map is a much more zoomed in. I will swap you over to the map on screen. There we go. When it loads,
on the whole, if we don't find something, we don't get necessarily the reward.
No, they said we don't have proof of attending the wreckage.
So if we don't find anything, we don't get paid.
Yeah.
But we can bring something back.
What, like a twig? I guess.
Couldn't find anything, so I got you a stick.
To prove, like, how do we prove?
I'm with Kaelin on this one.
yeah. So the zoomed in map has the sort of base of the mountain and the city limits sort of on the left hand side, and the little X is almost like it's not by the by the base of the mountain, but it is very close to the city. You'd gather it is probably about 0.8 miles from the scale of the map, maybe away, so it's not that far, but it's still like finding the specific area would be the tricky part.
Well, one way to find out.
All right, well,
Downwards and upwards, off we go.
best of luck. She gives you a wave off as you head off.
And off we go.
All right. So,
Away we go.
there are two ways you can do about it. Either you can go up the stairs to the higher level and approach from that angle, or you can go along the bottom and
Slightly
Okay.
better.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we've started up again. Still
Yeah.
dropping a lot of frames. That's looking healthier now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like things are moving again.
Yeah. Okay. So, Callahan, if I could get
Yes.
from...
Yes. Your microphone just became.
Yeah. Oh, you're... Alex, can I recommend you restart your computer or something? You're...
No sound is coming through. Sound is back. Hello.
I can hear you, yeah. Your mic's...
It's
Wait,
your mic's gone
Alex,
super sensitive.
are you connected to
Yeah.
Wi-Fi through your dongle, through a USB dongle? Yeah, but could your USB drivers be having a panic attack?
They might be.
Because yeah, you unplugged something, and then it freaked out earlier, didn't it?
Yeah.
And now we're having all these issues. It could just be
Oh, I didn't unplug it.
something's gone on.
I haven't unplugged anything today. So...
Don't know what you said.
No, not me. Well, to be fair, we've gone a lot of weeks without this happening. It was going to happen.
Yeah, that's
eventually.
true.
We've done pretty fucking well.
This video.
Well, the
Hello?
streams, or the things are broken the stream.
Can you guys hear me?
You can hear you.
Good.
Yeah, I can hear you. There are no
Cool.
cool. The stream's froze.
Yeah, it's alright. Well, it's not alright, but it's getting there.
Do you want to try restarting the system?
That'll take a while to get everything back up.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the stream's
Yeah.
back up and your voice is back.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll try and keep an eye on the stream as best I can. Yeah. If we have to call it early,
You are back.
if we have to call it early, then we have to call it early. And it just means that Tom will be with you for the actual main body of the mission. I just feel really bad for such a short stream and such a short game.
Sadly, we got to do what we got to do, you know?
Yeah, I know. All right. At the very least, let's see if we can get through this little encounter first.
Yes.
I'm going to move you guys and the stream onto the Roll20 screen if it doesn't bug out. Okay. There we go. There you go. So Callahan,
Now then.
it is.
Yes.
Which I rolled on the random table, believe it or not. So, with a
You are
17...
wrong, my friend.
Okay, cool.
Are you back?
Hello. With a 17, Callahan, you reach your hand out to it. My mouse is now disappearing when I go between windows.
Interesting. At least we know it's not a Wi-Fi issue. It must be. Your
It
computer.
must be my entire PC, yeah.
Yeah, if your mouse is having issues.
I can see it on stream, I can't see it on the screen. So that's fun.
That's odd.
I think it's a real computer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get through this, and then I will probably call it there. Really sorry, guys. Callahan, you reach your hand out, and it stops, and just...
I can't hear you, mate. I heard stops. Nothing before that, I'm afraid.
It stops, and looks at you, and
Yep.
doesn't charge.
Okay, well, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I start taking, not like, I'm not going to take the step, but I'm going to start taking the step, still very slowly, very like, does it look like it's going to start freaking out? Or I'm going to essentially do that step by step. How close do I get before it starts being like, assuming that's the sound owlbears make?
You get to about here before it starts a really low growling at you. And you can see from this distance there are wounds in its side that look like sticks have been stabbed in.
Can I see the sticks?
Sorry?
Can I see the sticks, or is it just like
you can see the sticks? They're still in there.
Cool. What can I do? Cool. So, using speech of leaf and beast, it specifically says I can't understand, but they can understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
In which case, I'm going to be like, I'm not going to move any faster. I'm coming to remove the sticks.
Okay, make me a new animal handling check.
Yeah, I'll still be going unbelievably slow.
With advantage this time.
Sweet. If not, I've got one other thing, which it may or may not like. Crit. Well, unnatural 20, sorry.
Unnatural 20.
I saw a 20, got excited.
That's alright.
Green.
It doesn't like it, but it lets you get close enough that you can reach these sticks.
I will very, very gently pull out the sticks.
Okay. It cries a little bit in pain and winces with each one, but you are able to remove them.
Cool. And then using a water skin, I'm just going to... I'll tell it, and be like, I'm just going to pour some water to clean it a bit. I'm not going to like rub it or anything. Just a gentle pour water over it, and then I'll back up.
All right.
Throw the sticks on the floor, back up. Again, hands where they can be seen. It's a fucking owl there, you know. I got this close.
You manage to get it like loosely clean before it starts growling again, and you back up, and it sort of looks you over, regards you a second, sees the two in the back as well, gives you a low sort of, and turns and begins to make its way back into the forest.
Back where? Sorry, I lost you again.
Into the forest.
Oh, cool. Cool, yeah.
Sorry, I'm hitting buttons and opening programs that I really don't want to open. Yeah, there we go.
When he's gone, I'll go back to the group and be like, we're good.
Right, can you guys hear me?
Sorry, hang on. We're good. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Poor thing was injured, bless him. Hopefully he's fine now. I've got the sticks out his side. Hopefully he doesn't bleed out, you know. I would have tried healing him, but I have no healing. Sorry?
What were the sticks? What did they...
Were they just sticks, or did they look like homemade javelins? I'll just run back and get one.
So, they kind of look like homemade javelins, except like maybe a foot long in total. The important bit is they're sharp on one end and sharp on the other. There is no break. Nothing has snapped this twig.
It's been sharpened.
Yeah.
Not loving that something has done this to an owlbear. Just saying.
Not liking that something's done this to any creature, really. I think we should keep our eye out. There's some very small folk with big toothpicks.
Alright.
Does Xenophilius pick up one of the sticks to see how big it is compared to him?
I mean, it's a quarter of your size. You're about 4 foot. It's about a quarter of your height, you know?
Oh, this is a big javelin, I gotta say.
I like pull out one of my javelins and be like,
Oh.
I don't quite think it's a javelin.
Yeah, Callahan's javelin is most of your height, so... Oh, dear. Right, so making your way back through the forest then. Callahan, can I get another survival check from you, please?
I keep closing my character sheet to see the map.
Yeah, that's fine.
Survival, submittal, 17.
Okay, 17 is what you need to continue on. So you make your way through the brush now. And Callahan, not only do you start seeing like a repeated pattern now of broken tops of trees in a specific direction, but you also begin to see other small sticks of a similar kind, almost like in a small... you see one sort of stabbed into the ground here where it's evidently missed something. You see one where it's like just narrowly caught something, and you can see like dried blood on the tip of it in the side of the tree. There is definitely a USB issue, which I'm going to sort out after the stream.
I've lost you. I didn't hear what you just said.
Can you hear me now?
You're back now, but...
Cool.
Yeah.
I've just got repeated beep biddy doop on my end, which is probably on the stream, so I apologise for that.
Lost you again.
Yep, hello?
Hello.
Cool, I'll capitalise on that then.
Nope, gone.
I've never seen that. And we worked in retail together.
Yeah, we did. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
For now.
I've just unplugged the literal microphone from the back of the PC, so that's fun. Right. So you start to see other small sticks. One stabbed into the ground, one stabbed into a tree with some dried blood sort of on the tree itself. And again, coming from the same direction as the broken tops of these trees are pointed in. Or rather, you can see they've come from that direction, like they've been stabbed out in that direction, like towards you. But the broken tops of trees you can see in the distance are like pointing
You're
in.
back.
All right. Basically, you turn up.
Go. Something
Hello?
There's a 5 second
delay, and then whenever you start actually in flow of the thing, it cuts out until you then sigh, which we normally hear.